Come with me, be my girl. Recorded and written during that prolific period at Michelle's. This one is for Kat, who I was seeing at the time. Kat was a dog chick, which was a problem. The one time she visited, she brought her slobbering mud in its festering bed. However, she left the bed behind. We broke up and I refused to return it. It remained at Michelle's for years until she threw it out. A disclaimer, a Baronia special. At the time, my dating years were all but over. I wanted to make a strong statement about it. I made a link to the song on my final online dating profile. It is a cautionary message to any woman brave or stupid enough to take me on. None took up the challenge. All right. We had a library teacher who would come to visit the primary school every week. I liked her bucky teeth, so I put her in a song. The tune is based on an early 90s song I wrote with Carla called Circles, which we used to play before she met Jason, and they fell madly in love. It was done at Michelle's. Fall with the winter rain. The Sea Lords did a great version of this one. I always considered it to be one of my best songs, but was somehow never confident enough to record it due to the big orchestral arrangements I'd always heard in my head, filled with melodies and counter-melodies. Finally, at the tiny house, I attempted it. I still think I could do it better, but it was okay. This moment, writing this is quite vivid to me. I sat in the front window of Sooki Lounge on a sunny day, and all the words came at once as I described everything I saw. The villain of the piece was the housemaid at the time, a Slav. Although Australian, she had a fake American accent. It drove me mad. She's the only adult I've shouted at in the last 20 years. A Walk in the Forest. It's a remake. It's an unashamed murder ballad. Goes along quite sweetly and nicely until the final line. I wanted to shock people in a Nick Cave kind of way. Give a little yell, cause my bell is broken. Written during peak COVID at Michelle's, this was a little ode to Gracie and me waiting patiently to be free of isolation and an apparently dangerous existential threat. It's one of the few songs of mine that touches on the whole silly business. I particularly like the guitar solo, very mellifluous. Willie and Julio, sort of tribute to Messrs. Nelson and Iglesias. I always liked the feel of this quirky song, innocuous as it is. It was one of the many songs pumped out during my first stay at Michelle's. Aliens Walk Among Us. This was made during my second stay at the minuscule abode. I had bought a new drum pad, the kind you hit with sticks. It triggered a cool metallic sound which became the backbone of the song. Another landmark tune. Everything came together nicely. The jagged rhythm, the words, the melody. The atmosphere is spooky enough to evoke passive, disappointed aliens. It easily made my 2023 Bandcamp greatest shit collection. +1. I forget the recording details of this one, but it deals with pretentiousness within the arty-farty crowd. I've been to so many art events over the years with friends who were already on the inside. It was always entertaining, but for all the wrong reasons. The event that spawned this was facilitated by my friend Danielle. Another friendship that went by the wayside.